feeling adventurous today, Lloyd. A randowiesser, please.
Heyo everybody, and welcome back to some more DRG. Today we are doing the Randowiser Elite Deep Dive. This should be fairly fun. I am Scout, however, which means it could go insanely wrong. Also, did you know that if you step on these, you proceed to transform into a different being and different existence? Yeah, it's one of my favorite things to do, is find out which of these things, if I stand on it, sends me to the wrong places. Anyway, let's do the Elite Deep Dive. It should be awful. Oh, it's in Magma Core. What a wonderful place. Also, we do have Red Rock Blasters, which Red Rock Blasters is, in my opinion, literally the best special beer that you can ever get. It is just 60% more HP, which is absolutely insane. So anyway, if you don't know how the Randowiser Elite Deep Dives go, is I don't look at my build until the second stage of the Deep Dive, and I just try to guess what I have, what overclocks I have, what that is 18 rounds in the mag. What the hell could it be that gives me 18 rounds in the mag? We also have, this is compact shells, or no, shaped shells, because the hit scan thing. So I honestly have zero idea what the heck we have that could give me 18 rounds in the mag. What could it possibly be? It's not burst fire. Is it Bullets of Mercy? Is it actually Bullets of Mercy? Does Bullets of Mercy lower your ammo? I mean, we don't have anything to work with. Oh, wait, no, we do. We have Bosco. Let's get this Dreadnought going already, because there's no real reason to, like, mess around getting a bunch of Nitra and then coming back to this room. Like, the Dreadnought's one of the easiest things in this mission. What's not easy is that this is a salvage operation, and we're Scout. And we have piss grenades, you know, that's pretty good. Also, I should probably be helping. Is this AI stability engine? It's such a... No, we have a little bit of recoil. We have, like, the better weight, whatever it is. So this just has to be Bullets of Mercy, because I think Bullets of Mercy is the only other thing that lowers your damage or whatever. That's the quick fire. I kind of wish compact shells, or excuse me, shaped shells, got a little bit of a weak point buff, but, like, they are completely fine in general. Thank you, Molly, for pushing me out of there. And also, this is... We have the... What is it? We have the... Tier 1. What do we have in Tier 1? We have... Why are you looking at the ground, Bosco? What is it in Tier 1? I forget what it's called in Tier 1. I'm gonna get bit by this guy. Actually, he's gonna scream and slam the ground. He's also going to be annoying. It's the reload speed in Tier 1 is what we have. I really do think it's Bullets of Mercy, which is a fantastic overclock for GK. Most people would probably consider it to be the best overclock on GK. I don't know why people all of a sudden, like, turned around on AI Stability Engine and said this is not the best overclock on GK. In my opinion, it's basically, it's just slightly different Bullets of Mercy. That's it. It's the exact same. What the hell is that? Those are eyes. Okay, I understand. We also have, like, the stereotypical Scout build, which is Iron Will Field Medic. That is... What is this build that I have? We don't have mag size. Is that really? And we have jet boots. Why is it anytime I get jet boots? Can you shock him, please, so I get a little bit extra damage from Bullets of Mercy? Thank you. Why is it anytime that it's a salvage operation, it seems to be more likely to get jet boots? So something that has happened here recently in my life is I was going through the fridge looking for condiments because I was making burgers, and I spy in the in like the condiment area what looks to be an alcoholic drink. Note, I didn't buy it. And so I look to my brother being like, what the hell is this? I look at it, it's a freaking weed drink. Apparently they make weed drinks now. I am not somebody who keeps track of all this shit, which is... What was that? I don't keep track of what the heck anything that happens in any drug world at all. So me seeing a weed drink and being like, what is this? And my brother saying that, yeah, that's like 250 milligrams of THC. I don't know how it's said. That thing will get me zooted. So he was going to have it later that day. Note, I'm asleep for this whenever he has it. But whenever I wake up, like 3 hours later, that man is completely asleep in his bed. I expected him to be asleep on the couch, but of course I couldn't see the couch because I'm freaking blind, dude. Anyway, we might have the stun upgrade in T5. It seems like we are stunning fairly reliably. We also don't have rate of fire. I think this is literally just base rate of fire. GK. That's terrifying. Okay, well. And we seem to be stunning anytime we hit a weak point, which is... What is the chances of that? What is the chances of getting a stun on it? I think it's a 30% now. That's terrifying. You know, I really do like doing the Elite Deep Dive randowiesser because it gives me a excuse to run the Shadows mod. We have the upgrade on the grappling that gives you a speed boost once you let go. I don't think I've ever played with that. Who has played with that? It's a good... I assume it's a good one. It just contends with, like, reload speed on the grappling, and it also contends with a permanent, 25% damage reduction from fall damage? So it contends with a lot of very good things. And I personally don't think it's that worth it. Yeah, you know what? Taking stun is honestly pretty good. Now, I need to figure out if we have Blast Wave or Super Blow-Through rounds on this, but I don't think I'm ever gonna actually find out about that. Also, having stun on Bullets of Mercy is fairly nice. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, mini-meals do give gold and do give Nitra, so this should give me the necessary amount of Nitra to call down a resupply. And because we are getting a resupply, we should throw one of these Piscanades so that we can just murder all those bugs. Also, a little bit of extra damage to the bugs. Getting a... I wonder what we have for the power attack. Yeah, I think we do have the Blast Wave modification on the Boomstick. That's not... I mean, it's fine. It's a not very good... let me rephrase everything that I'm saying. We have an error cube. Luckily, the error cube doesn't actually do anything on Elite Deep Dive, since you don't get XP for minerals, so, you know, that's just that's a sad fact of reality. That doesn't mean anything. No XP for that. Anyway, the Blast Wave modification on the Boomstick is not very good. And the main reason for this is because it doubles your damage on the Blast Wave, going from 20 to 40. So that means if you shoot it twice, you are dealing 80 damage. That doesn't even kill a basic grunt. If it could kill a basic grunt, if it dealt 60 damage instead, that would be really good. Of course, you would have to nerf it accordingly on double barrel, because, you know, double barrel's blast wave damage does 110 damage, which can insta-kill a basic mob. And that would make it really good. Now, is it a fine modification because double barrel exists? No. I wish it was a little bit better. Also, I have this. I can light things on fire. There you go. Look at that. I've done it. I think modifications should be equal with the other parts of every single other modification in that thing. And there's just some of them that aren't. Thank you for shooting that above that. I'm so glad that you can do it again as well. I really do wish it could be equal with, what, super blow-through rounds, and I think the other one is stun. Is it stun? I don't think it is stun. I think it's something else. Is it actually stun? Let me go check. No, it is armor break. I didn't even consider that armor break was in the same tier. Stun is actually in the same tier as damage and ammo, so you'll never see anybody take stun in that tier. Now, we might have stun on this tier. That's something that we might have. That could be fun. But we'll never know. Well, actually, I can figure that one out very simply. I can shoot a Praetorian and see if it's stunned for 6 seconds. That sounds like a thing to do. Because the stun modification in Boomstick is one of the highest stuns in the game. It's no longer the highest stun in the game, but it is fairly long. Yeah, that's the stun modification right there. That's 6.5 seconds right there. So, we figured out what we have in that tier. That's, as I would say, not very good. The reason why you'll never see stun is because it contends with a lot of freaking damage, which is pellets, and it also contends with 12 maximum ammo, and what is it? Yeah, 3 pellets, which, at base, 3 pellets is about 36 damage, which is a lot of damage. Also, you know, more reliability and hitting bugs and all sorts of other goodies. Which, for the modification that we're running, which is shape shells, taking full damage on shape shells matters a lot because, like, it's a sniper, alright? It's essentially the closest that you can get to Boomstick being a sniper. And having full damage on that matters a whole lot. Being able to murder whatever the hell you point this gun at is fantastic. I don't think we have any of the ammo modifications on Boomstick at the moment. I'm just looking for more nitro, and I don't see any more nitro. Oh well. So, I would call this a little bit spicy. Also, do we have Born Ready? I guess I can check that while we're building this. No, we don't. Yes, we have Born Ready. Okay, that's wonderful. We don't have Sweet Tooth. I think I grabbed something. We don't have Sweet Tooth. We have Second Wind. We don't have Second Wind. We don't have... It's a bug thing, so we probably have like something like Friendly or Elemental Insulation. Do we have Elemental Insulation? No. That would have dealt, I think, 2 damage usually. I'm not entirely too sure of what we have, alright? So I would call this Uplink section a difficult part of the mission. The problem with that is that means we don't have piss nades, which piss nades are some of the strongest things that we have. And also, we have jet boots, which means swarmers are not a problem either. Now, this guy is about to get stunned forever, and Bullets of Mercy can absolutely take advantage of that stun. Does this increase the stun as well? I actually have no idea. Now, we should be not... That is the most dangerous thing about in this thing, is having the Praetorian gas be a thing. But it's fine. Alright. We should throw the phero nade here soon-ish. I think we'll be fine to not do it for a little bit, because we can just light all these guys on fire. We're about to run out of jet boot time. We do not have very long flares, do we? We have, like, the short flares, or whatever it's called. We have Vampire as well? Oh my god. These perks are some of the best perks I've seen in a while. Usually I would get something that's, like, fairly worthless, but no, that was entirely easy. Holy. You could also have Friendly, which Friendly would not be very poggies, but it'd be completely and utterly fine. I have failed to actually figure out if we have... What is it? Hollow points or armor break on GK? What would I prefer? Well, like, of course I prefer hollow points, but I've been enjoying armor break recently. for specifically that one viewer build. Okay. So we're in the fuel cell part, which should be a little bit more spicy, or at least I hope it's a little bit more spicy. But I don't think it will be. The biggest problem that we're going to have, I'm just going to, right now, like, might as well toss that there. Okay, well, that, like, concludes it. We definitely don't have armor break. We have hollow points, which does make it a lot harder to hit the weak point on these fucking Praetorians. Can I help this Praetorian? This Praetorian is being currently a not very good playmate. Luckily, everybody else is being a very good playmate. If I use... We have Fear the Boomstick. Okay. That's... Honestly, Fear the Boomstick is a little bit underrated. Fear the Boomstick is... What is it? Let me go find out. Is a 50% fear factor to all enemies within 5 meters of you anytime you pull the trigger. Which is fairly reliable. I mean, you're going to be pulling the trigger like twice no matter what. I mean, twice usually. It's just... It's not, like, quote-unquote extra damage because the white phosphorus rounds is technically extra damage because it's always, like... It converts 50% of your damage into fire. And it gives you into both fire and heat damage. Let me specify that one. So that is why it is so good. Well, there goes that. I'm going to toss this and power attack the guy that's phero. That's a beautiful option that I just did there. Good job on me. But if I ever need, like, some safety for, you know, this specific event, just use Fear the Boomstick, and usually everything will solve itself. That is not great. Okay, well, he missed anyway. How many piss nades do we have? Can we use one of them during this extract sequence to go get a resupply? We absolutely can. So, this is just, I'm going to hold out for a while and hope that I can throw the phero nade to get the resupply and then get into the thing. So I'll see you on the next stage. So for the next stage, it is a low O2 egg mission. Now this would be a lot more annoying if I didn't have Speedster, which is a mod that increases Mully's speed, because that is one of the main problems I have with this game, is most of the time during missions, I will call Mully and literally be standing there not doing anything, waiting for Mully to come to me. So, you know, that's a big one that I change. And it helps out in swarms. You know, there is some actual gameplay reason, like, powerful things that happen here. Okay, well, Fear the Boomstick, please. Fear the Boomstick? Okay, maybe it's not as consistent as it should be, but, you know, it's still... Just toss this, like... You've been waiting for it this entire time. You've been holding out. That's one of the reasons why did he just leave like that. God, the fucking loot bugs are funny. That can just sit there and wait for a little bit. Let's take a look at my build. So we have quickfire ejector, ammo, floating barrel, hollow points, and stun. Yeah, we basically figured out all of that. And bullets of mercy. Then we have damage, reload, stun, improved blast wave, and fear the boomstick. Figured all of that out. Didn't even try to figure out the armor rig because it really doesn't matter. And then we have strong arm. The other two we already figured out as well. And then we have better weight balance as well. And then we have momentum and overcharged. Okay, pretty good. We don't have just ammo on the flare gun, but then again, I'm not really paying attention to that. Alright, we should really just get into the hellhole that is this opening room. Because I hear a warden, I hear so many different creatures that could not wait to die. Thank you for being there, Bosco. Can you actually start killing that thing? I got the spitball infector. Thank you for shocking it, actually. Hi, septic spreader. Okay, now I need to, not be anywhere near that room, because I need Bosco to give me bullets of mercy on stationaries, since stationaries cannot be stunned. Can I start shooting the... Is he going down? Please tell me he's going down. Hi, Praetorian. That's a little bit rude. Just how far does your thing actually go? Ooh. Nice little cheeky weak point. Let's go. And now I need, Bosco to start dealing with the Nidocytes, please. Can you please start dealing with them? I know you're so interested on dealing with the Praetorian, but come on, man. There's a wave coming in. Oh, okay. Well, that's not good. Toss it right there. Oh, that's also not good. I don't even think that was a wave. I think that was like a normal bug swarm. That's a wave. Cave Leech acquired. Where is that guy? Well, congratulations. You get stunned for 6 years. Yeah, you know what? Stun's a very good modification. It's just it just should be moved. I think it is just the bad place. Dude, I'm stumbling over my words so much. I think it should be moved into a different tier than the most powerful damage upgrade that you can put on Boomstick. I really think it should be moved either into tier 3, or excuse me, not tier 3, tier 4 or tier 5 even, and just like remove the Born Ready effect from the Boomstick. Because that would actually make stun a lot more powerful. Like, that would... White Phosphorus would actually have some competition. And maybe everybody would just take the other one, you know, stun than White Phosphorus, since it really doesn't... It doesn't increase your damage necessarily, but it absolutely does, since, you know, the Fire Dot absolutely does damage. But then you would have the thing... I mean, I don't think it's a problem to have... two mod tiers on a weapon be specifically, do you take ammo or do you take damage? I don't think it's a problem necessarily, but I can see where people would say, yeah, I don't like that. And how many guns have that? I think Bulldog has it. I know for a fact Bulldog has it. And I think that's actually it. Because I don't think most guns get that shit. Hello, Exploders. I see that you guys... Look at that speed up increase. That was a very clear speed up increase. That was insane. Usually don't see it in that light, dude. Hi, yeah. Welcome to... Didn't get stunned, but you did get feared. Welcome to being stunned. Okay. The Morkite is done, so let's start pulling some eggs. We could just pull all 4 eggs at once and just enter into the hellhole. Just the Doomslayer. Well, the Swarm's the first egg that we pulled, so I don't think that's a very good idea to pull all the eggs at once, and also I don't even think I can pull all the eggs at once. No, I think I can. Shall I do it? I mean, I think it would be fine. I just think we might have a slight issue on the fact that I can't fucking kill things. Dude, I'm actually very much enjoying... That is out of ammo, actually. That's not Poggies. That is insanely not Poggies. Can we get, like, less Exploder action, please? Because that just makes the Phero grenades so much worse. Okay, I'm gonna turn around, toss that over there, get absolutely blasted by things, and then hope that I can grab this. I can absolutely grab that. Okay, we are fine. And you're also going to be stunned into non-existence. Never mind, it didn't do any damage. God, the stun modification should be it just gets stunned, but then I fire at a creature and it just... You hit them with that dollar store perfume, that dollar store pepper spray, dude, and it doesn't do anything. Which is completely fun. I am having some frame rate dips. I wonder why I'm having frame rate dips. It's almost like I have DRG Shadows on. That is also a place where I'm going to throw that. And then I'm going to murder the hell out of the Stingtail, or at least try to murder the hell out of the Stingtail. God, the stun is so long, dude. It used to be tied for the longest stun in the game, and then the stun sweepers came out and became the longest stun in the game with 8-point-something seconds, and that is just an insane amount of time to be stunned. Now, the problem, there's like a lot of problems with that grenade, but you know, one of them is the fact that it only hits 9 bugs. That's the biggest issue. And the fact that I can't really direct it very well once I do throw it out. Like, it could just miss the bug that I want it to hit and just, like, go hit a different set of bugs. But, you know, we're not playing with that nade, so I don't really need to talk about it. I also don't really need to talk about the phero nade, since everybody understands what the hell the phero nade does. And the phero nade basically just means, hey, you can take a chill pill during the swarm, and, like, go have a cup of coffee or some tea or whatever the hell. Or a glass of beer if you're actually dwarven. Hi, everybody. I see. You know what? I don't have a nade for all of you. How do you miss like that? God, I will never understand how to properly hit. I don't like the fact that their horns can't be broken, and the fact that they just, like, ignore damage in their horns. I don't know how I feel about it. It just feels very jank anytime I shoot at a stingtail. That is a wave that spawned, or is that just a dude? That might just be a dude. Alright, who cares? Let's get out of here. Alright, the final mission to be done is a drill dozer shield disrupt. This makes me exceedingly happy that I drank a, what is it, a Red Rock Blaster at the very start of this, you know, coming back through. Red Rock Blaster being the best one. Now, how does Shield Disrupt work on Elite Deep Dives? Well, normally, on normal missions, how Shield Disrupt works is that the cave generates ×2 red sugar, and you get a 30% damage resist for the entire mission. How does it work on Elite Deep Dives? Well, you no longer get that ×2 red sugar spawn throughout the cave, but you still do get the damage resist, which is very poggies. Magma Core being one of the worst areas for Shield Disrupt, just because of all the garbage that goes on. Now, we aren't Driller on this, but you know what we also have? We have phero nades, which means I don't need to protect Doretta as much during the final phase. I just need to make sure she doesn't die. As long as she has at least 1 HP, she'll be okay. Now, I'm not Driller, so that means I can't really go for the proximity things all too much, because it's literally in the next cave. I can actually go for it, and I will go for it, because that is fairly terrifying. Okay, well, goodbye. Now, when we actually do get to the Heartstone fight, we're going to have a big issue in the... The hell was that noise? I thought that was a holy hoarder that just got alerted or something. We're going to have a big issue, the fact that we don't have resupplier during it. We're just going to have to hope and pray we have enough HP anytime we do go to resupply to just eat the damage. Now, a wave is coming in. That sounds like a good place for a phero nade. Osco, what the fuck are you doing? Can you come here and go and just, like, cryo all of these guys? No, I don't think this is a... I think I should just, like, switch to my primary gun and just deal with them that way. We don't really have a very good way of dealing with a bunch of enemies at once, so the Heartstone phase of this mission is going to be very spicy. But we should be fine. Alright. Well, we know it's an escort duty, and we know that all escort duties on Elite Deep Dives are at least 1 stop, or excuse me, at longest 1 stop, because they removed that a long time ago. I'm actually not too sure when they removed that. But basically what happened was there was first stage, which was an escort duty. It was a 2-stop escort duty. And then the third stage was also a 2-stop escort duty. I think it was like a refinery in the middle or whatever, which was... Let's be honest, it was a not very fun set of missions that was devised for that week. And basically nobody enjoyed it. That phero nade did not last as long as I thought it was going to. That is a little bit terrifying, the fact that we, I mean, we're not going to throw that, okay? We'll be fine. We have stun. We can delay them from killing Doretta long enough, right? That is what we're hoping for. Oh Jesus Christ! That is what I'm hoping for. Can we help you? Actually, I need you to be dead. I need you to be dead. Thank you. I guess I'm going to get take a bunch of fall damage. We're fine. I'm gonna call down a resupply just because we can, and I'm going to hope that you get stunned from that, and that I just take a bunch of damage from that, and also you die. Okay, we're gonna wait for the septic spreader to shoot, and then we're gonna start moving. Okay, the septic spreader just decided not to shoot. Having septic spreaders and tri-jaws on this mission is going to be completely and utterly awful, because we could get into a situation like this where the septic spreader just decides to start firing at Dottie on a lip or something. But, you know, of course, all hail the phero nade. All hail the phero nade. The phero nade is what will save us from boom. Alright, we have at minimum 2 resupplies for the Hearthstone phase. That should be fine. I am hoping and praying that that'll be fine, because this will suck immensely. Okay, that could just be tossed over there. I don't want to deal with most of these bacteria. Okay, well, fine. And you just... Yep. I didn't really want to deal with that like that, but I hoped to call that a little bit in sooner, but I completely forgot to do that. By completely forgot, I mean Bosco's whack, and, you know... Web spitters also makes this a lot harder to deal with. Since we can't just... Web spitters will go after me, priority. Okay, well, I guess I'll slide off of her real quick and take a bunch of fall damage. We are scout, so, you know, a little bit of fall damage doesn't really matter. That's being tossed over there. I don't want to deal with that. Hopefully the Mactera just die. Somehow. Question mark, how that's gonna happen. How much HP do the Brundle armor sacks have, or armor panels have? It seems like too much, but oh well. You know what I kind of wish that Bosco had? I kind of wish there was a option to have Bosco guard a certain area. Like, I could ping the ceiling, and Bosco would then be over the ceiling and want to kill anything that's over there. So I could just have him on web spitter duty. Or, you know, I want him to watch that certain area or something. At the moment, he doesn't have anything like that. The closest thing that we have to that is if you ping Doretta, he'll just sit around Doretta and defend her. That is the closest thing that we have to that. I wish we had a little bit better, but I understand that Bosco is slightly dumb. Just fine. Alright. Let's start the Hearthstone part of this mission. We have 2 more resupplies in backup. That's pretty fucking good. We are going to place the other resupply here. I just want 1 at Doretta, and then that's it. Alright, so this first phase should be completely free, and by completely free, I mean there is a natural wave? Or at least that looks like a natural wave. Okay. Just toss that over there and hope that deals with itself. Having Mactera is awful. Okay, I'm gonna walk into here with this and hope Boomstick's blast wave takes care of everything here. The Boomstick's blast wave is basically how we're gonna be killing a large majority of the pharaohed waves. We're just gonna be throwing the pharaoh in and then hoping to Carl that we can deal with that. And also, I need to keep a vigilance for the web spitters that will be here. This is also a terrible area for septic spreaders, because septic spreaders can fire at me from here. That should be fine. I should get a resupply as well. I also get 2 that's fine. I'm scout. I can just live with it. You know, I didn't expect it to, like, actually gyrate me, but that is kind of awful. Toss one of these, and then deal with the problems at hand. Okay, this will... I need to get onto Doretta. Is that a menace that I just heard? Really fucking hope that's not a menace that I just heard. That we do have stuns, so the menace shouldn't be that big of an issue. But it is a decently big issue, if that is a menace. I'm just gonna get trapped by this, aren't I? I'm gonna grab another resupply real quick. because I forgot to grab a resupply before I started this. Sword is taking a decent load of damage. I'm going to toss that there and try to repair her a little bit. And then I'm going to jump off. And hopefully just blast wave all this thing. This is going, like, more chill than I thought it would be going at the moment. But that is because we got rid of this wave first. And now we're in the shit show. Yeah, okay. That can have the phero nade. I'm just going to go get another resupply. There's no reason to not grab resupplies just to refund my phero nades, because phero nades are, A, the thing that is going to be making me get through this mission. Just very simply, that is the only reason that we're getting through. IFG... Did you just, like, roll into there and die, please? I mean, he did. You saw his body fly away? Like, off into the distance, there he goes. Like, usually I struggle a lot with escort on scout just because scout doesn't have a lot of swarm clear power. But today might be a little bit different. Alright, toss that there, and then start repairing Dottie. Okay, you know what? Get stuck on Dottie instead. That's also what you can do. I also didn't know that phero overrides the bugs wanting to go kill Dottie, which is kind of insane to me. I assume that Dottie had a higher priority to be attacked than pheroed bugs, but apparently it's just like, it literally is just the most goated thing in the world. Alright, can I have pillars instead of rocks? Because rocks would be kind of awful. This is rocks. Okay, well, this is not. This is about 0% good, but I know how to make Dottie not take damage from rocks, so we'll be fine. The big problem is that we're going to have some issue whenever she takes a bunch of... That's a bulk detonator. Bosco, you're on that duty. That is... You're on that duty, and let's just hope he doesn't make it to me. That is just what we have to do here, is hope to Carl that he can just deal with the bulk detonator in time. Or at least slow it down enough to where it doesn't matter anymore. Toss another one of these. Don't get grabbed by that guy. Grab a resupply. Kill this guy. See, this is what I was expecting whenever I decided to do this mission. Okay. Bulk detonator is almost here. That's not Poggies. It's because Bosco's not dealing enough damage to it. I hope to Carl. Also, keep a lookout for the guy. I got grabbed. Oh, no. This isn't right. We should be fine. I mean, if we lose a section here, that's fine. I'd prefer to, like, explode the bulk detonator as part of the finale, just to get rid of all the bugs. Yeah, we're fine. There's no way that we lose 3 sections of Doretta in that little amount of time, because she has damage immunity for a little bit of time whenever she does lose a section. So we're goated with the sauce. That's the Elite Deep Dive. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I certainly did. Anyway, you all have a wonderful night.